everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I've been married to a covert narcissist for almost 20 years. I'm separated from him now, and what I do with this channel is I use my real life experiences to get information out there to people about what narcissism really is, what it looks like, what it does to you, and what it does to your family. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how being in a relationship with a narcissist is like being in a cult. Both cult leaders and narcissists need people to fulfill their fantasy of how their life should be. They purposely choose weak, wounded people who have suffered trauma almost always as the people that are going to take care of them and support them. They choose people that do not know their own value. That's how they get people to do their bidding. They are users and abusers. They are selfish, cruel, controlling people who take advantage of innocent people that are just trying to live their life. Everything is intentional. So if you are with a cult leader or you are with a narcissist, you're going to have a similar experience. Initially, both of them are going to love bomb you. They're going to make you feel so special, so wonderful, like you have met the most amazing person and you're so lucky, you're so blessed, you can't believe it. I was susceptible to narcissistic abuse because I grew up in a narcissistic home myself. My father is a narcissist. He's an overt narcissist. So he's the type that is very open about how wonderful he is. He will tell you, and he was very focused on external things. So he wanted my mother, he wanted me to be beautiful, thin. That was his main thing. He wanted straight A's. He wanted me to be a great athlete. He wanted my mother to be a trophy wife. And he went about it very abusively. I grew up watching my mother get weighed every week on a scale. He told her what she could eat, when she could eat, and he would sometimes tell her she couldn't eat if she gained weight. He chose her clothes, and he was never kind to her. She was always fat, which she wasn't, but he told her that. Her teeth were disgusting. They were so bad. He made her get braces when she was in her 30s, and she didn't want to do this, but he made her do this. Her teeth were bad. Her body was bad. Her hair was bad. Everything about her was bad. He controlled her. So this person wasn't going to be a mother to me, and certainly my father wasn't a father. All he did was tell me how important it was for me to be thin and good looking, and I was never good enough. So when I grew up, that's all I knew. That was my experience. So I was ripe for a narcissist. This is what happens to other people too. I'm not alone in this. This is how people become victims of a narcissist or a cult leader. You don't have any idea of your own value, none. And they take full advantage. They will give you things you've never had before. So it's like if you're a starving person and someone's handing you food, you're going to be ravenous, filling yourself up. That's what happens. They will initially, both of them, the narcissist and the cult leader, will love bomb you. None of it's real, but like that starving person, you have never had this before. Suddenly someone's telling you that you're special just because of you, or they haven't met anyone like you. You're an amazing person. They adore you. They love you. They want to make you happy. And you've never had that. So you are that starving person, just believing it, thinking how lucky you are. I thought that. I thought, wow, I'm so lucky. I can't believe how amazing he is, how he makes me feel. He would write me poems and buy me presents. He wrapped me around his finger. I thought he was, I want to say God. I didn't think he was God, but I thought I hit the lotto with him. It was all fake. And this is what all narcissists do. They need to hook you. They need you to support them because essentially they want you to be a slave. You're not going to do that if somebody doesn't make you feel that they're worth it, that they're amazing. I should just say I don't think anyone is ever worth you being a slave for. But what I'm saying is you're not going to be with somebody that you think is a cruel person. So they need to make you believe that they're not, And then when they start doing things wrong, you're almost like a drug addict. You're hooked on them. So you start making up excuses. Imagine if you were really a drug addict. You wouldn't want to believe you're a drug addict initially. No, I can stop whenever I want. Well, I know I do like to get high, but I'm not going to get high tomorrow. I'm going to quit tomorrow. You make up excuses. This is how it is. The narcissist, the cult leader will start showing you who they really are as soon as possible, as soon as you're hooked. And you're so hooked, you start making excuses for them. My husband would give silent treatments. When we were dating, he did this. He would lie to me all the time. And I would make excuses because in my head, he was this person that he was when he love bombed me. And I didn't know any better because my whole life, I was used to being degraded. I was used to being nothing. So I didn't know my own worth. So when he started treating me so nicely, I really fell for it. And this is what happens to other people, the same with a cult. The cult leader will make you feel that they have some special enlightenment. You're so lucky to be with them, and if other people say something to you, you're not going to believe it. Oh, they're just jealous. They don't understand this person like I do. I'm special. I'm chosen. So they love bomb you, both of them initially, but they don't mean it. So they're not going to do it for any longer than they have to. This is like somebody who goes to work at a job they hate. They're only going to do this for as long as they have to. They need to eat, they need to pay rent, so they have to go to this job. If they won the lotto, they'd quit on the spot. They wouldn't even give the courtesy of a notice. As soon as they could get out of there, they would be out of there. That's how a narcissist is. That is how a cult leader is. The both of them, it's the same thing. Only as long as they have to will they love bomb you. Then you're going to be devalued. They are going to start being who they really are. They don't want to take care of you. They want you to take care of them. So they're really at heart cruel people. They're manipulative people. So of course, once you are hooked, they're going to start being who they are. They're going to start isolating you, the two of them. They need to isolate you because they don't want other people telling you the reality or telling you that you're being abused. They can't have that. So they isolate you. In my case, my husband told me he wanted me to stay at home. He didn't want me to work. He wanted to be at home with the kids. He wanted to take care of me. And also, then he started telling me that people didn't like me. And I believed him. So that made me resistant to want to go out. I just wanted to keep to myself. He didn't even have to do anything after that. I did this on my own. It was instigated by him, but this is what happened. So the same thing with cult leaders. You'll end up living at the cult. You don't leave the cult. You dress how the cult leader wants you to dress. You do what he or she says, regardless of if it's something you're comfortable with or not, because you want to please the cult leader. You're like an addict, right? You do what you have to do to get your drug, and then you'll make excuses up for it. So life goes on like this. You are now in a new reality. You are in hell. You have your insecurity, your toxic, your trauma from the past has turned you into a person that you don't even recognize. You're a shell of yourself. The third stage, the third thing that can happen, which is a huge blessing, although initially it doesn't feel like it, is waking up, becoming aware of your reality. Now, when you wake up, when the scales fall from your eyes and you see who this person is that you are really with, it is going to be the shock of your life. You're not going to believe it. You're going to be horrified. You're going to be traumatized. You're going to be embarrassed. It's a horrible feeling, but this is when you need to hold on. Because it's horrible. You have realized you've been abused and manipulated by somebody who's pretending to love you. You can feel full of rage and resentment. It's bad. However, it's a blessing because the reality is you are not promised a tomorrow. And the reality is some people go to their grave suffering from a narcissist, suffering from a cult leader. People die in these situations and they never get free. So if you are awake, if you are at the process now where you see reality, yeah, you're going to feel hopeless and you're going to feel embarrassed and you're going to feel enraged. I look at my husband now, I'm horrified. It makes me sick. It makes my skin crawl to know how I was treated when I know how I treated him. It's the same thing for everybody else. It's the same thing for people that are in a cult. You know what you've done. You know you've degraded yourself for somebody that was using you. I mean, I can understand people feeling homicidal at a situation like this. But the reality is they've already taken so much from you. It's time to finally find your own worth. and you're stuck in this bad situation where you've been isolated, you're probably financially abused, you don't know what to do, you're confused, you're scared, this is when you need to hold on to hope. Hope is going to be your best friend. You need to keep moving forward. If you are in the situation where you are waking up to the reality of the abuse that has been inflicted on you, you need to take a deep breath. You need to try to stay positive. There is strength in you. There's something in you that made you susceptible to this type of abuse, and it was something good, because narcissists and cult leaders don't go after bad people. They don't go after losers. They go after people that are good people. That is your strength. That is your future. Everything bad that has happened will be turned around if you start making better choices. And I am not blaming you at all. What I mean when I say better choices is recognizing who this person was and not letting yourself stay with this person, not just giving up, not resigning, not thinking that you just can't, it can't be anything better. I don't care if you are 85 years old. If you are awake, you can move forward. You can. It might take time. And honestly, there could be days where you have to inch forward, literally on your hands and knees. But every day that you take a step forward, every day that you encourage yourself, every day that you triumph and make it through is a day closer to you being free. I understand the depression that this type of abuse brings, the shock, the horror, the reality, the unfairness of it, the cruelty of it. And all that is true. But if you focus on that, you're not going to move forward, and you have to move forward. This person, the narcissist, the cult leader, they don't deserve you. They're going to have their own problems. Karma will get them, even if it doesn't seem like it. You can be free. You're awake for a reason. You have been blessed. So fight for yourself. Don't let them take another second. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I've helped somebody feel some hope. That's really why I have this channel. I want people to know that they're not alone. I've felt very alone being narcissistically abused because I've been so isolated and I don't know anybody else who has had these problems. And I want other people to know they're not alone. There are lots of other people, very unfortunately, out there with us. And there are people also that are still in the midst of the abuse who are not awake yet, and they have a bad time still ahead of them. We're at least to the point where we're awake, where we can see where we're going. And where we're going is to freedom, away from the narcissist, away from the cult leader. Yes, we have to deprogram ourselves. It is a process. But being free means that you can do it. You're seeing the truth. Thank you again. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. And if all goes well, I will see you Monday. God bless you.